Okay, first day in pads. I thought our guys were excited to be out there, looking forward to the physical part of it. And it was a very physical practice, and it was good for our coaches, to evaluate our guys and where they're at. The guys have improved, especially the young guys, older guys, making sure they improve. But overall, I was pleased with our attitude, not just really today, but the two previous practices too. I really feel like our guys want to practice. I feel like they want to get better, and they've got the right attitude, to get better. So overall, I thought it was a solid first week.
What are you expecting out of Carl Lawson as his second year?
Yeah, we have high expectations for Carl coming off the season that he had. You can just tell he's a lot more confident out there, and trying to be a leader by example. I thought all three of them did some good things at times. I think they've all had good weeks, not just today, but you can tell they're more comfortable, and they should be. We're farther ahead than obviously we were at this time last year, but it was a solid week, I think, for our quarterbacks.
How different does Nick look back on the practice field than I had to see?
Yeah, it's just the way he's carrying himself. You can tell he's getting more comfortable. The game's a lot slower for him, I'd say. But he had a solid first week.
Do you have any plans to go live in the spring?
What's that?
Do you have any plans to go live in the
With the
spring?
quarterbacks?
Yeah.
No. Hopefully that was a one-time deal.
You said earlier this week how people don't realize how hard it is to be quarterback in this system and do the whole thing. Can you elaborate that on that a little bit?
Yeah, just from the standpoint that with what we ask our quarterback to do, if you got out on the field and just as far as the sideline communication, everything goes with that, and then all the verbal and nonverbal communication, and then you recognize the defense, and then you snap the ball, and you got to adjust to what they're giving you, and there's just a whole lot to it. As a matter of fact, before the snap, that's a challenge.
You guys look at the competition at punt returning. Obviously, lose a big piece of Chris Davis. Who are you looking at? What are you looking for?
I think Coach had about 8 to 10 guys this week. Rotating guys. It's hard to single anybody out right now. I can probably be a little more specific at this time next week that we'll get a chance to see some guys return some in a live setting. Right now they're just catching, on air and all that.
Last year, first week of practice, if I remember right, you were sort of teaching the guys how to practice
Yeah.
and what you guys were looking forward to.
Yeah.
Are you way ahead?
I like where we're at as a whole group. Their approach to practice, the way they respond to coaches, the effort and the focus. We still need to improve. We're never going to be satisfied, but that's probably been the thing I've been most pleased with is our guys are understanding how to practice as a whole.
Who are the first guys out there, running back and left tackle?
I tell you what, today they're kind of switching off from day to day. I believe today is Pat's day. They've been switching off every day, and I believe Corey Grant was the first one with the running backs, but they're switching off every day. And, the thing about it, especially with the veteran guys and some of the young guys, we're going to rotate them in with the orange to get a good feel and how they react, and just to give everybody a fair chance too. So there'll be a lot of rotation with that first group throughout spring, and hopefully we'll have a few more things defined later in spring, with that group.
That's what you see out of Nikita Williams so far.
I tell you what, he's off to a good start as far as his ability to learn and effort and everything that Coach Craig and Coach Lass are asking him to do, and he's made some very good one-on-one plays too.
What about a guy like Derek Moncrief? Sounds like he's getting some first team.
Yeah, he's rotating in there with the first group, and he's a long, athletic guy. I've been impressed with his attitude. He's wanting to be coached, and he's wanting to play with effort. And so it'll just be a matter of him getting more and more comfortable.
You said you've done a lot of mixing and matching with positions.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see from kind of the positional standpoint from there, like Moncrief and some of those guys that say?
Well, he's one of the guys that have rotated, with the orange group on defense. It's hard to be any more specific than that. Unless you get more specific.
You guys talking about Peyton Barber, you got a chance to see a little bit from last
Yeah,
week.
yeah, you know, Peyton is a guy that we're really gonna give a good look to this spring. He's a very good runner when you give him the ball. The thing that Coach Horton's working with him on is, you know, the protections and playing without the ball and the routes and the checkdowns and all that, but he's very strong when he has the ball in his hands.
How much to help a guy like him, or he was a scout team guy last season?
Yeah.
He was getting hit around.
Yeah, you know, being a scout team guy, you learn a lot. You know, those are situations that usually make or break a lot of guys that are young. They either get tough and fight through it, or they go the other way. But Peyton was a very, I'm not gonna say a pleasant surprise, but we really got some great response from the scout team coaches and the defense, the way that he showed toughness and durability and everything. It's a tough spot. You know, scout team running back during the season is not a popular thing to do for an average person, but he's a tough guy, and like I said, he's going to get an opportunity to show what he can do. And he's a good person. I think he wants to be good, and I think he wants to be coached.
Gabe Wright lost 12 pounds from the fall. Is that an effort just to create pass rush in the middle, or?
You know, I just think he's just changing his body. He's been with Coach Russell, I guess, for almost a year and a half now, and he's very light on his feet, and you know, I believe he's gotten stronger. So.
From where Deion Nix came on campus, it was like you're 350 to where he is
Yeah.
now. More of a shot here to get on the field being an invitation.
Yeah, Coach Russell's done a great job with him, with his body, and he's done a great job working. And you know, so he's going to get a chance, play some guard, play some center. You know, he's a smart guy, and he cares. It's important to him.
When did Trent Fisher's status program change?
That was after the season.
Is Ladarius Owens expected to be available all in spring?
At this time, probably not. But he's a veteran guy, though, you know, and we kind of know what we're getting with him, give these other guys a chance.
Guys, what have you seen out of Ricky Clark since you brought him back into the program?
Yeah, you know, he's getting a chance to play H-back and tight end and stuff like that. And so, you know, as the spring moves forward, you know, I can probably be a little more specific. He's just getting an opportunity.
Have you had a chance to get an impression yet of Daniel Carlson and Jimmy Hutchison?
Yeah, they're out there, you know, punting and kicking every day. Coach is going to, you know, we're going to do a little bit more live stuff next week. It's a lot of instruction right now as far as that goes. And so, you know, when the bullets start flying live, you know, you'll be able to evaluate those guys a little bit more than you can when they're just, you know, versus air. He's not going through spring right now, and I'll be able to be a little more specific probably the next couple of weeks.
Guys, on Monday you said for the most part you were almost there on coach contracts, but based on February's paychecks, which are publicly available, it indicates that the contracts are done. So what else has to be worked out?
Just a few minor details.
So are there non-compensation issues that people aren't happy with?
Yeah, like no, there's nobody unhappy. There's just a few minor details.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
All right.